Alright, folks, today we're taking a look at Field Day 2020. Is it happening or is it a bust? Let's check it out today on K5ATA Ham Radio.
Bummed that Hamvention isn't happening this year?
Yeah, so are we.
Just like you, we were looking forward to seeing all the new radios.
Antennas,
ham radio toys,
seeing all the industry folks,
learning new skills, and
getting the latest information on our hobby.
We were also looking forward to seeing other creators.
And having a beer or two.
or maybe a little crown.
Yeah, we were bummed.
But we came up with an idea.
We're getting together live.
But isolated.
And we want to bring you the latest,
The greatest.
And the largest virtual ham radio show ever attempted.
Ever.
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 ever!
On Saturday, May 16th, 2020.
Join all of us YouTubers
As we gather live on each of our channels.
And bring you everything new,
Cool.
And amazing in ham radio technology.
Join me.
Join me.
And me.
And
Some of these
guys.
All day Saturday
Along with
All of us.
for the YouTubers Hamfest.
We'll see you there, okay, guys? Later.
Alright, folks, as we get started, do me a favor. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, and hit that bell to make sure you're notified of new content when we put it out. It helps the channel out, and we do appreciate it. Field Day 2020, June 27th and 28th this year. The ARRL has recently said that they encourage people activating for Field Day as a Class B, C, D, or E station. Notice they did not say a Class A or a Class F. Okay, the reasoning for that is social distancing. They want to make sure that people are being safe and socially distant. That we shouldn't be gathering in big groups and doing it the traditional way. That's going to present a few challenges and a few opportunities if you take the time to take those. So let's take a look at what the ARRL says or suggests for ways people can activate and still have a good time. One of the things the ARRL suggests is having an inside your club kind of competition. Maybe everybody signs up, activates and participates in Field Day, and you tabulate your scores and you determine, who is the winner in your club. It's not a bad idea. It's a great opportunity, and it's a good chance for newer hams to be able to get on the air, compete, and still have a chance to beat out some stations there. That could be fun. Another thing that they suggest is maybe having competitions with other clubs in your area. So if you live in an area that has several clubs, this is a great opportunity. It does present a slight challenge in how you're going to tabulate scores for each club, because the ARRL has also said they will not be posting aggregate club scores. Okay, so what that means is you're going to have each person's individual score and then tabulate that on your own and then determine who won in your area. No big deal. I mean, it's just a little bit of math. We do much harder math just figuring out antenna links and stuff like that. So that's not a big deal at all. Let's take a quick look at what the different categories are. Like I said, they encourage B, C, D, and E stations for activation. So what is a Class B station? A Class B station is one or two people operating a station. That can be out in a field somewhere. If you've got private land, you want to go out there and operate or something like that, you can go out there and one or two people operates that station. Boom, that's a Class B station. There's another category of Class B also. That's a Class B battery-powered station. And this is like Mike Cade MRD's kind of thing. Okay, take your battery with you, your little Bioenno battery, go out there, throw an antenna up in a tree, and you can operate as a battery-powered station. You do have to operate under 5 watts, but hey, it's a good time, and you're in your own little category there. Okay, a Class C station. A Class C station is a mobile station. Now, traditionally, we think of a mobile station as being in a car. However, if you have a boat and you're maritime mobile, that counts. If you have an airplane and you're mobile that way, that counts too. So, if you have that hangar out back, go jump in your airplane, boom, you're a mobile station. I don't anticipate there being a whole bunch of mobile stations this year, but I could be wrong. But that's another way that you can activate for a Field Day and compete and have a different category to compete in. The Class D station, this is where most of us are going to fall. Okay, your Class D station is your home station. If we can't go out and congregate in groups, then most of us are probably going to work at home. Okay, that's not a big deal. That could still be a lot of fun. There's a little caveat to that, though, that kind of throws a wrinkle in things. And I'm going to read the rules actually from the ARRL rule set there, and I'll post the link to those rules in the description below. Okay, so according to the rules, okay, so reading from here, a Class D station is a home station. This is 4.6 Class D home stations. Stations operating from a permanent or licensed station location using commercial power. Class D stations may only count contacts made with Class A, B, C, E, and F field day stations. Notice they left a D off of there. So what that means is if you're operating from home, as most of us are probably going to end up operating from home, okay, your contacts with other Class D stations at home are not going to count towards your field day score. Okay, I kind of think that sucks, but that's just me. If we're all at home anyway, why wouldn't those count? But that's the rules, and so that's the rules we're going to play by. Okay, now you might be thinking, what's the point on that? I mean, why compete if those aren't going to, if most of the people I talk to are going to be home stations and they're not going to count? And we'll get to that just a sec. Okay, let's take a look at Class E real quick. Class E is basically just a home station, but running on emergency power. Okay, so if you have a generator, crank that generator up, activate yourself as a Class E station, and then you get to talk to all the other stations. The rules specifically state that a Class E station can communicate with all field day stations. That includes Class D stations. The only difference is you have to be on emergency power. Okay, so battery bank or something like that, solar power, you have a battery bank, you're good. Generator, you're good. Okay, so that's one way that you can still count contacts with D stations if you're working from home. Now, if you don't have a generator and you're wondering, well, what's the point of this? I mean, I'm a Class D station, most of them aren't going to count. They may not count towards a tabulated score, but they still count for other things. Okay, for example, if you're chasing that Rarity X, maybe, you're missing Madagascar or something, you hadn't talked to them. This is a great opportunity. This weekend of field day, everybody's going to be on the air. Contrary to popular belief, the bands aren't dead, okay, and they definitely won't be dead on that weekend. So people are going to be on the radio. This is a great chance to try to get some of those places that you don't have. If you're a grid chaser or a county chaser, or maybe one state short if you worked all states. Lord knows it took me forever to get North Dakota. Okay, this is your chance to try to get some of those stations. They all log it. Okay, boom, they upload them to the Logbook of the World, or most of them do anyway, and you get those stations. It's a good chance. Okay, also, why don't you do something a little bit differently than we do sometimes? A lot of times as hams, we get really into the field day thing. We go up to the fire station or go to your field day site, and we spend, 36 hours there, and we're there, and our family's at the house, and we're, operating. That's not me. I take my family with me, okay? But some people do that, and they're away from their family that whole time. Well, if you're home with your family, why not involve them? Okay, one of my things is getting kids into ham radio, getting young people into ham radio. And if you've got kids, this is the perfect opportunity to do that. Okay, so bring your kid in, have them sit next to you, and listen to some of the places that you're talking to. Or better yet, get your kid on the air. Have your kid talk to that person in Madagascar. Okay, imagine being 7 or 8 years old, and all of a sudden, boom, you just talked to somebody in some country that maybe you hadn't even heard of as a kid. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's what sparks interest with kids to get into radio. Okay, there are some other advantages too, and let's just be blunt for a minute. Okay, now if you have a kid with you, and you get that kid on the air calling CQ, think about that for a minute. You want to pile up? Put your kid on the air. Okay, hams love it when kids get into, which is kind of funny. We like it when kids get on the air, but a lot of times you don't put kids on the air. Seems kind of off to me. Okay, so take that chance, put the kid on the air, that kid gets an interest, and you generate a pile-up, and everybody likes a pile-up. Okay, have that kid sit there and work that pile-up, teach him how to work that pile-up, let him have fun with it, and he or she's just going to take off with it. You know, you can at that point you've got them hooked. Take that opportunity, let them work the radio, but don't force them to. They get tired, let them take a break. They'll come back. Okay, but use this opportunity when you're stuck at home for field day to get that kid on the air. Get your family interested. You know, don't be one of these guys or girls that says, well, my kid's not interested in radio, if you've never tried to get your kid interested in radio. Believe it or not, just saying you should take a ham radio test is not very interesting to your kid. Let them operate the radio, and field day is the perfect chance to do that. Okay, so some other ways that you can operate field day and still have fun with it. Okay, collaborate with your club members. You know, if you're going to have an inter-club competition with other clubs in your area, set up a Discord server or something so that you can communicate with each other as to who's on the air, who's working where, and stuff like that. You know, you can communicate with each other that way and chat on Discord, you know, text chat or whatever, and still operate your radio, and that way you're still staying in connection with these people. Also, take this opportunity to post what you're doing to social media. You know, if you're one of these people that has like Insta Snapchat a tweet-a-book, okay, go ahead and post this stuff to it. This is the kind of thing that people don't know about, and this is the biggest event out there. Instagram that picture of your kid talking to somebody in Europe. You know, take a quick little video and stick it out there on Twitter of you know, working people around the world. People don't realize all the stuff that you can do with ham radio, and it's because we don't bother to tell them. Okay, so use this chance while you're home and you have all the tools at your disposal to kind of spread the word a little bit about what you can do with ham radio. The most important thing is have a good time when you're doing it. Okay, there are basically two kinds of hams out there. They're the ones that are going to, you know, adapt and run with it and have a good time, and then they're the ones that are going to gripe about it the whole time. Which one are you going to be? Okay, I'm going to operate field day. My kid's going to be in here with me. We're going to have a good time. You know, we're still going to eat food. Believe it or not, you can still eat at home. I know y'all are thinking it's not the same as if we're not eating at a barbecue, but you know, you still have food. So stay at the house, activate your ham radio station, and start working the world. Take this opportunity to spread the word a little bit. If you have any ideas on other ways that you can activate for a field day this year, drop them in the comments below. We'd love to hear them. Remember, hit that like button, hit subscribe. We do appreciate it. 7-3, and we hope to see you on the air.